I give it all away. You're like my I don't want to go to war. You don't want to give me peace. I can never.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all...
Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, hugging they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama getting all these new tattoos. And I ain't saying that I'm Nickelback, kicking it in Cali with today's who's who, but everybody's got a song called Rockstar. Lately I've been feeling like one, so I wrote one too, and it goes like...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, go!
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 Lions. Ready?
2nd and 4. His man complete over the middle. It's Fields. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On first down, it's Blue. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun. Rhodes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Rhodes. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, great field position for them, Charles, to start that drive, but not a lot of yardage to be had. They do, however, come away with a long field goal.
Yeah, that's a plus. I mean, give them credit for that. They start the game 3-0. Don't come away empty-handed on this opening possession. And one other thing, it's a 50-plus yard field goal. Let's give the kicker a little respect as well. Those kind of kicks aren't routine.
Well, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
DeMarvion overshown, the one to bring him down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd and 3. Out left to Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
18, Pioneer, 73, go.
Howard now, throwing on 4th down. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A passing down here. 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Rose And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here we go, set. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. White now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Rhodes had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Looking to throw. Howard. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a first down.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This pass held in by Dotson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Howard. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion, Viking, 18.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hold it ready. Cowboy 80.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
sneak it here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Tried to burrow in behind his offensive line and sneak it in, but the surge up front, it came from the defensive side of the line of scrimmage, and he was unable to get in.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go. 18 Radley. Sandy Lyons. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Rhodes. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Gomez. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now Howard, a final shot before break. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Howard. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Off play action. Howard. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Second and 6.
Operating from the gun. Howard. He finds his man. Complete. It's Roman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Rhodes. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. It's a gain of 12 and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Rhodes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Operating from the gun. Rhodes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gomez. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Ready?
From the gun on third down. Rhodes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, go!
On the draw, here's Blue. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he whips that one incomplete there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Let's go now. Hop 70, hop 70.
Off the bootleg. Rhodes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, it's White. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Roman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cowboy 80.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Howard, off play action. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him and forced that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know that.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jaded Blue, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Howard. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
2nd and 13. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rhodes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Complete, it's Dodson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a new point there is they were able to connect.
That's good. For the Eagles, first down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Roman.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Looking to throw. Howard. Now a run here off the arc. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
26-yard line.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Rhodes. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard
70,
line.
Timberwolf. 70, go.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Viking 18. Cup 19. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Looking to throw. Rhodes. That's into the hands of Woods. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They run for it. Here's Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add to their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. He finds his man. Complete. It's Roman. Here comes 2nd down. And now an audible here into something else. 2nd and 3. Complete. Smith has it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Eagles first down. A gain of 9 yards.
Operating from the gun, Howard. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. Well, back foot throw there is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
19 Lions.
Here's Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And some room to run.